Dzień dobry, witamy Państwa na konferencji prasowej, która rozpoczyna zgrupowanie październikowe poprzedzające mecze eliminacji Mistrzostw Świata San Marino i wyjazdowy mecz z Albanią. Jest z nami selekcjoner. Zapraszam do zadawania pytań. Proszę o korzystanie z mikrofonów. Adrian, proszę bardzo.
Dzień dobry, trenerze. Adrian TVN24. Chciałem zapytać o mecz pożegnalny Łukasza Fabiańskiego. W jakim wymiarze czasowym Łukasz wystąpi w meczu z San Marino? Czy to będzie cała połowa, czy ewentualnie dłużej? Czy już trener z nim jakoś się kontaktował, rozmawiał? To moje pierwsze pytanie.
Yes, I was talking with him, of course, to organize all the thing. I think since Lucas he took the decision to be focused mainly on his club. Zibi, he told me about that idea, if I agree with that idea, and then he told me he goes to talk also with our new president, Cesare, and everyone it was agreed. So do I. I agree, of course. I think a player he passed important moments in the national team. We need to pay a huge tribute in everything what he had been done in our country. For that, it's something amazing, special because we could have the stadium completely packed. You know, our fans, they've been amazing, and I think it could be a beautiful day for the Polish football and special for Fabians.
Dziękuję. I drugie pytanie chciałem zapytać, bo dużo w mediach o tym się mówiło ostatnio, o obrońcy Aston Villa, Mati Cash. On podobno chciałby zagrać w reprezentacji Polski, złożył wszystkie papiery teraz, żeby właśnie otrzymać polskie obywatelstwo. I czy tutaj trener bierze go ewentualnie pod uwagę, kiedy on dostanie polskie obywatelstwo, czy będzie mógł tutaj nadać się do gry i pomocy dla reprezentacji Polski? Dziękuję.
Like I've been saying regarding him, it's so far it's not Polish yet. In the moment it is, and for what for the message also our president he passed to you guys. It's then it will be in the moment it will be Polish, and it's the coach he make the decisions. For that, it's one extra player to make the decision on the new games arriving. For that, at the moment, I cannot talk more about these kind of things. We need to concentrate on the players. They can deliver a good job and good performance to winning matches, and it's in that ones we need to be focused.
Dzień dobry, Zbigniew Czyż-Interia. Panie trenerze, jakie mecze od meczu z Anglią z udziałem naszych reprezentantów oglądał pan na żywo w tych ostatnich tygodniach?
I'm been so far in Germany and in Italy, and all the games I could see it, I saw it live. The ones I could not be live, we have softwares where we can see the games we are looking. Normally the players they could be able to play in our national team. Some players in some positions they could be important on the present and in the new near future, and these the ones we mostly we follow.
Mariusz Jankowski, TVP Sport. Panie trenerze, czy może pan potwierdzić te niedobre wiadomości o urazach, szczególnie tych graczy z lewej strony defensywy, i czy ewentualnie bierze pan pod uwagę dowołanie kogoś w miejsce?
Yes, unfortunately, Rivus and Reza, they could not be with us about injured. Tomorrow we find out also again about Drągowski. Get a kick on the hip and on the I think it's in hamstring. I've been spoken with our doctor yesterday, and we will need to make some exams to find out if if we call someone in that position in that position, if Drągowski is not ready to be with us, we consider to call extra one, because Łukasz Fabianski will play only against San Marino. For that, we need to have an extra goalkeeper during these days, if Drągowski is not possible. On the left side, no. We have already, with other possibilities, with Gumni, with Kendi also as well. We have that solution. We can have a winger. We're used to have also this decision. And to let you know, guys, also Nicola, he will not be with us, unfortunately. We need to understand his difficult moment. This is the moment he wants to be much more closer to his grandmother, mother, and sister. For that, we give him all the time, you know, and we support him in his decision. And hopefully, all the family, you know, across this difficult moment, and hopefully we can have him the soonest possible.
Jan Kałucki, Kanal Plus Sport. Dzień dobry, panie trenerze. Wszyscy utrzymują taką narrację, że mecz z San Marino będzie jedynie takim przetarciem przed arcytrudnym spotkaniem w Tiranie. Wobec czego mam pytanie, czy w meczu w Warszawie zagramy najsilniejszym składem, czy da pan komuś odpocząć, żeby wszyscy byli gotowi na mecz z Albanią?
I think what we have been showing as a leadership and message inside of the team and outside for you guys and for our fans, it's in the model game, we don't have warming up games. We have games where we need to win. For that, depending for the players, they come after this weekend, how they are physically, mentally, and during the week, because it will be also a week very exigent regarding concepts, focus in things we need to do it, and also physically it will be demanding also as well in the first 2-3 days. After that, we make the right decisions for the San Marino's game, with the idea, you know, it's to have the team. Then it was with the same mentality against Andorra home, away against San Marino, because it's the way where we need to be all the time. It's we need to be responsible for everything what we can do and to perform the highest level we can have. And the answer probably for this question, it's the beginning of the last game against them, away game. For that, this is what I want to see in my players. It's focus on win, focus on opponent's goal, and from the beginning, straight away, you know, to push, to press, to give intensity, velocity in our game, to create a good number of opportunities close to the goal of our opponent, scoring goals and win in the end the match. This is the mentality I want to see all the time, our players.
Dzień dobry, Robert Błoński, Przegląd Sportowy. Panie trenerze, 2 pytania. Dlaczego tak rzadko przyjeżdża pan do Polski na mecze, czy to pucharowe Legii, czy to ligowe? Było ostatnio starcie lidera z wiceliderem Lecha ze Śląskiem. I drugie pytanie, jak pan wytłumaczy jeszcze raz brak powołania dla regularnie grającego Sebastiana Szymańskiego, a znalazł pan miejsce dla Przemysława Płachety, no, który w Norwich nie bywa nawet rezerwowym. Dziękuję.
Well, I started from the last one. Probably you are focused only in this question, but probably if you go a little bit more deep, Sebastian Szymański was already here in the previous call. He have an injury in his pubis. a huge inflammation. What we agree with him, because also he requests to recover during the period of the national team, because practically he don't training in the weekly basis with his team to playing. For that, it's something with our doctor we agree, and also because in this position, and this is something I already explained. I don't know why I need to keep saying the same things, but if you make the same questions, I will repeat you. Again, when we started in March, we looking to use him as a winger. We understand it was not for him and for the team the best decision. In this club, he's playing as a midfielder with 1+2 as a interior right side with some mobility. What we are using, it's a little bit different, and the numbers of players we have in the middle, the characteristics we have, we took the decision in the others, not in him. It's not because it's a talent player, because it's a really talent player, a really quality player. But at the moment, regarding all these things I'm saying to you once more, the decisions go to the others.
Dzień dobry, Filip Jastrzębski, Jedynka Polskie Radio. Panie trenerze, chciałem zapytać o... Sorry.
Again, I think it's we spoke already about that question. You keep repeating the same thing. I keep saying the same thing. The most of our players, they play away. I saw it more games in the beginning of my work, of my job here. First of all, because we was not allowed to go to other countries to see live games. For that, we saw it a little bit more often in the beginning, and we have a good number of persons in my staff to follow games around the world, and the players we think and we consider they can have a chance and they can perform to the national team to winning matches. Like I've been saying, we try to open a little bit more the number of players we have in our radar. We are at the moment around with this 60 players, but I cannot be everywhere. For that, I need to make decisions on that, like I will do it when I make the calls. And it's always like that. But this is understandable also from my side regarding your side. The ones they are not here, why it's not here? And when they are here, why we don't bring other ones? But this is something, it's part of our job, and we need to make decisions, hopefully, and we are quite convinced the decisions we have been doing, they are the right ones.
Filip Jastrzębski, Jedynka Polskie Radio. Panie trenerze, czy ma pan jasno określoną hierarchię napastników? Jeśli tak, to czy może się pan z nami tym podzielić i wytłumaczyć nam, jak bardzo dynamicznie się ona na przestrzeni ostatnich miesięcy zmienia?
I think we don't have hierarchy in the forwards and also in the midfielders or in center backs, and I think I was also very clear, and it's of course in the beginning it's also difficult to understand because it's a new ideas, new leaderships, and so on. If you remember in the beginning, our thoughts, it was a little bit different. For example, with Glick, regarding the football, why we have it in mind. Then we changed because he showed us, and the team he showed me, we cannot at the moment take apart Glick. For that, regarding the hierarchies or the number of years they playing here, age, personality or so on, it's for me, it's not a question of hierarchies. It's a question of the moment, what players they show me, and they can give to the team to win matches. I think the most important, it's what I've been saying. It's the national team need to be above of everyone, above of me, above of my staff, all the staff you work, and also players. Players, they need to be, you know, focus and disponible to play, to perform, and to do it what they can do for winning matches.
Dzień dobry, panie trenerze. Michał Skiba, Super Express. Podobno pojawił się taki pomysł, by co jakiś czas organizować zgrupowania dla piłkarzy ekstraklasy, podobno dwudniowe. Czy ma pan taką listę, na przykład 20 piłkarzy, których by chciałby na takie zgrupowanie zabierać? Czy ten pomysł nabrał jakichś nowych kształtów? I dlaczego taki pomysł powstał, skoro pan nie za bardzo sięga na razie po piłkarzy z ekstraklasy? Teraz mamy tylko Kacpra Kozłowskiego. Ze zgrupowania na zgrupowanie liczba tych piłkarzy z polskiej ligi się zmniejsza.
Yeah, because when we call them, they go away abroad also as well. Of course, national team is a platform of value of players. We understand that, and like the clubs, and from this point of view, I would like, you know, to express to Legia Varsovia what they have been doing for the Polish league. Also, they don't play with too many Polish players, and they are doing really well for that. But in creating value for that, to Darius his honor, and my colleague, you know, it's and to his players, of course, it's something we need to say well done for what they've been done so far, and hopefully they can going. But you know, we are always focused in all the developments of the players. But like I said before, also if I want, and I want from the day one, I show I want, because I bringing all the time some players, new players. First of all, to integrate, to show them also the level we are expecting, and where they can achieve also in their clubs to deserve a call, but no hierarchies. The ones we feel they can perform and they can help us to win matches, it's the one I will call. Of course, I need to thinking in the near future. For that, I looking for young players also where they can be integrate, and but also I need to consider also not only the characteristics, but also the personalities of each one, because we are building and we are in the good way to have team spirit really outstanding as a group, and because we are not working in a daily basis. It's small periods together. This counts a lot as well. For that, it's something we are not only focused in the technical, tactical abilities, but also as a personalities.
Dawid Szymczak, Sport.pl. Panie trenerze, ja bym kontynuował to poprzednie pytanie i zapytał o te wątki bardziej takie techniczne, jak to by miało wyglądać, te krótkie zgrupowania dla zawodników z polskiej ligi, kiedy one by miały się odbywać. Czy ci trenerzy mieliby tutaj przyjeżdżać też z zawodnikami, bo widziałem, że w wywiadzie dla Interi pan o czymś takim wspominał, i czemu to by miało tak naprawdę, w czym by to panu miało pomóc?
I think more than me, again, I don't thinking on me. I thinking on Polish football. Like I said, national team need to be above of everyone. For that, exchanging ideas, methods with my colleagues, I think this is something happens already in many occasions. Look, when I finished my career as a football player, I worked by side the Portuguese FA, UEFA, 6 years, and this meeting with coaches is always, you know, brings new ideas where we can explore and we can grow. For that, exchanging moments with the colleagues, I think it's something. It's a must. Where the federation and the league you need to agree and understand and create moments to do that. With the players, I understand, and it will be worse and worse in the future because the games they grow and growing, the number of games a season. For that, it's always very difficult to find out in the calendar moments where we can be together. But if we want thinking on the Polish football, I think it's the best way to deal with it. It's to bring in the right moments, you know, with a good number of players where we consider players they could have a chance in the near future to motivate them, to know ideas, to you know, push them to a certain level where they can compete for a position on the next call. For that, I think it's every one of us. He will be, you know, it will be positive for each one of us, especially for the player, because also for the club, because we create value also on the player. They are on the radar. We put also other, you know, countries in the radar of these players also, as well. But mainly for me, what I could work, ideas, concepts, you know, direct some situations where they can work to develop, make them understand at the level what we expect from them. And then, you know, looking for the moment where they can be called for the national team.
Dziękuję. I drugie pytanie o Tymoteusza Puchacza w związku z tymi problemami z lewą stroną. On od ostatniego zgrupowania reprezentacji zagrał niecałe 90 minut w 2 meczach pucharowych. W Bundeslidze jeszcze nie zadebiutował. Chciałem zapytać, czy pan jest na przykład w kontakcie z jego trenerem klubowym? Czy pan interesował się w jakiej on jest formie, w jakiej jest dyspozycji, czego mu brakuje, żeby już za jakiś czas w tej Bundeslidze grać regularnie, tydzień w tydzień i jak ta jego sytuacja wygląda klubowa? Dziękuję.
Yes, I was with his the responsible for football in Union Berlin, also with his coach, where I know because we compete in Swiss League also against each other, and for them it's a question of time because for them you need to integrate. It's not a physical problem because physically Timeki will not have it, not now, not before, and not in the future, because physically it's one of his biggest strengths in his abilities. But I think it will be a question of time because it's a player. He knows from my part what he needs to improve, especially in his concepts of his defensive organization, where he can be much more strong on that. And also offensively, one of the things he needs to improve, and he can improve, it's the best deliver, because technically it's good. For that, he need to keep providing a big number of assists, you know, on this corridor. But I think it's a question of time. It was one of the players, like the previous question, why we're reducing players they playing in the extra class. It was one of them. He works in extra class. We bring him, and he left. For that, this is something. It happens not from my time. Also with my previous colleagues, it happens like that. The ones they playing in the national team, it's much more chance, and it comes much more quicker. They will leave the extra class.
Tomasz Wodarczyk, Meczyki. Panie trenerze, w związku z tymi brakami, powiedzmy, na lewej obronie, czy zastanawiał się pan, bo do tej pory zawsze na prawym wahadle grał pomocnik, na lewym wahadle grał lewy obrońca. Czy w związku z tym zastanawiał się pan może, czy na te konkretne mecze nie zmienić, żeby na prawym wahadle grał któryś z prawych obrońców? Nie wiem, Bereszyński, Kędziora czy Gumny, bo Dawidowicz też zagrał bardzo dobry mecz z Anglią, a na lewym wahadle chociażby postawić wtedy pomocnika, chociażby, nie wiem, Przemysława Frankowskiego, który gra bardzo dobrze w lidze francuskiej. Dziękuję.
Yes, we thought not for this call. It's already during my time here. First of all, we have it in mind to have two wide players, but we don't have to at this time in Polish players. We don't have too many options as wingers. We looking, for the characteristics they have, to get the maximum of them. This is something it happens already, especially during the matches, to have instead than to have one fullback in one of the sides, to have the two wingers. And we thought to exchange the winger to the left side, but the wingers for the left side, because it's something we could consider in the future. But from the moment where we are working, we want to have winger more linear, not the wingers coming too much inside, because we have already a good number of players inside. As strikers, playmakers, and midfielders, we have a good number. For that, we need to have wide players. Wide players, they provide capacity for 1v1, capacity for accelerate the match, and have a good delivers on crosses, because we have always a good number of players on the box. For that, this is something we looking for. Of course, we could have playmakers like we have in the case against Albania, with Franek to play as a playmaker instead and a wide player, because we thought it's a player with lots of movements up front, good timing, and we want to profit on that. But one of the goals from Adam Buksa, it comes from him with left foot coming inside, making a specific cross. For that, it's something where we're looking for. But for now, the idea it's about that. It's it's looking to provide players with specific foot for wide areas where we can, also have early crosses. Because many times we have 3 against 2 or 2 against 2 with 2 important strikers, then we are always used. What strikers will be up front. For that, we are stronger there in the center corridor. For that, we need to provide, a good number of crosses on that, from that. This is something, it's too many ideas or too many changes we're looking to avoid at the moment. We want to be more consistent. I think the performance and the results, they started to be a little bit more consistent. For that, we want to be a little bit more slow to give more inputs different than we are been done so far.
Dzień dobry, panie trenerze. Marcin Fedek, Polsat Sport. Ja bym chciał zapytać jeszcze i doprecyzować tutaj kolegi pytanie o ten mecz z San Marino, bo poprzedni mecz z San Marino był po Albanii, było San Marino, była Anglia. To był mecz w środku i pan zrobił 9 zmian. Czy teraz też pan nas zaskoczy, bo już się trochę pana uczymy i mniej więcej wiemy, czego się spodziewać, ale czy raczej spodziewać się takiego składu pół na pół, gdzie pan rozpędzi swój zespół przed Albanią, czy raczej takiego meczu jak San Marino na wyjeździe?
Yeah, look, everything depending how the players they coming now. Tomorrow we will do it the final tests with our medical department to conclude all our planification from this week. The planification is done, but depending on that, and then depending how we growing during the week, we make the final decisions. Mainly, my decision, it's mixed players. They are not using too much, giving them the opportunity for be involved in all the dynamics we have and to being competitive, to bring competition inside of our group, what we have, and to make sure, like it happens with Damian, they can make a difference and they can, make a big impact in such important game like it was England, to go in and understanding it is clear ideas what need to be done, and also motivate and confidence. That we want to have everybody involved on the process and focus. They can make the difference and impact in every game.
To jeszcze jedno pytanie, bo już nas pan zaskoczył, bo tak jak wszyscy siedzimy, to przyzwyczailiśmy się do tego, że jak zgrupowanie zaczyna się w poniedziałek, to piłkarze już są, jest ten trening w poniedziałek. Pierwsza część ma rozruch, część nie. Pan z tego rezygnuje. Mówi pan, że to wszystko się odbędzie jutro na tych testach. Czy nie żal panu tego jednego dnia? Bo byli selekcjonerzy, powie to Kuba, jak Adam Nawałka, który aż czekał na piłkarzy, że przyjadą, że ich złapie, zobaczy im w oczy, jak są przygotowani, czy wszystko w porządku. Pan daje sobie ten jeden dzień wolnego. Dlaczego?
Because I think they deserve. I think, during the weekend, at the clubs, normally when the decisions I make, it's after the game, it's a free day. Because normally the players, they recover in 48, 72 hours completely. But mainly for me, the focus is mental. It's to make them recover mentally and cut completely with football. We have the full week to training, and normally the second day it's to help the players to recover from the weekend games and already give some input for the next training, where the intensity and the volume of the first two sessions, it will be a little bit higher. For that, I give him the chance to have the possibility to be with their families, to resolve some issues they can have, bureaucratic things, because it all happens all the time. When we are in Varsovia, someone of them, they or the lawyer or to some photos or something like that. For that they have that chance, and they will coming, I'm sure, because for what I noticed already, they are already organized themselves to be between them today, and tomorrow we will be here, to have a double check with our medical department and to make the final decision for tomorrow's training afternoon, but already with all the planification for the week.
Ostatnie dwa pytania.
Dzień dobry, Mateusz Chwiracki, Wirtualna Polska. Chciałbym dopytać o Arka Milika, co zdecydowało, że Arek nie dostał powołania na to zgrupowanie, a otrzymał je Krzysztof Piątek. Obaj zawodnicy są mniej więcej na tym samym poziomie, jeżeli chodzi o powrót do gry po kontuzji. Czy wolał pan jeszcze dać Arkowi więcej czasu, czy też nie chciał pan mieć dwóch zawodników wracających po kontuzji na zgrupowaniu? Dziękuję.
No, I could have all the strikers. Also, the Kuba, Ćvierčok. I would like to have him, but he still have a little bit troubles with quarantine. Hopefully, he will finalize in the while. And more strikers we have, more chances we can have, to have rotation of players, have players fresh and with different characteristics. But special between the both. Piona, it's not in the same level than Milik, than Arek. Arek is playing more. I think it was much more pushed, but you have less trainings involved on the team than Piona. And I'm hopefully they will be all them fit for the next call in November, and they will be here with us.
Trenerze, ja chciałem zapytać, co panu dało te 7 punktów zdobytych w meczach wrześniowych? Uspokoiło na pewno sytuację, szczególnie ten remis z Anglią. I co pan sądzi o sytuacji w tabeli? Teraz celem chyba jest już tylko i wyłącznie drugie miejsce i baraże, bo ta przewaga Anglii jest nie do nadrobienia.
The goal it's always to win matches, every match. This it was from the day one my message to you, to our players, to the country, and sometimes it's possible, other times not. Like I've been saying, we are much more stable in the performance and in the results. We have a big room yet to keep it growing and to be much more consistent, much more stronger as a team. We will have some moments of struggling, but the mentality is really good. For that, in my point, it's always pushing our players to focus in each match to winning, and this is what we're thinking for the next one against San Marino, and after against Albania, and after against Andorra, and after against Hungary, and we will see it after that. Where we are.
Okej, to było ostatnie pytanie, także dziękujemy. Jutro o 13:45 spotka się z wami Robert Lewandowski, a trening jest o 17:00. Do zobaczenia.